Welcome to Meet the Expert series by Professional Beauty India. Here we bring you up close and personal with some of the best beauty experts in the industry. Our guest for today is an educator par excellence. She's the author of a book called The Art of Indian Coiffures. She'll soon be seen as a jury member at the OMC Hair World Championship in Paris. She is Seema V. Jerajani, owner of the SVJ Academy. Welcome to Meet the Expert, Seema. Hello Seema, thank you for being on Meet the Expert series. It has been almost 35 years that you've been part of the industry. So how has the journey been for you?
Hi Kanishka. The journey has been beautiful. I can say a beautiful journey because
Yes.
I've been able to be in such a field where I've been able to express my creativity, my art. I am also a painter. So it's been a very beautiful journey. But I wanted to start out as a CA.
Really?
But the C entrance classes was 6 to 9,
Okay.
and in those times in the 80s, you expected to come home like kind of by sunset.
Yeah, you had a deadline.
There was a deadline to come back, so it didn't quite work out. However, I finished my graduation, but this was a beauty therapy course that I did in the holidays,
Okay.
and which actually became my profession.
Okay, so what started off as a hobby became a career.
That's right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Do you regret coming into this field?
No, in fact, I can't even imagine being a CA now. I can't even think of like sitting with books and accounts. I don't even like it, I'm really happy that I'm in this field.
Okay, so what would you say is the most valuable learning throughout your journey?
Valuable learning. While we grow as a person in our skills and things, it also puts you on a spiritual journey.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because what I've found is, since I got into education totally, my patience has been tried.
Yes, working
That's
with
what
students.
I call a spiritual journey. Because I've had some batches like who can push you to such a limit that thank God for this path. Otherwise, I could have like hit the roof.
Right.
But as a teacher, you want to be balanced, giving, and do the best for the students.
And maintain your cool.
And maintain your cool no matter what or how they ask you questions or whatever. So it's what started out as just cutting hair has taken me to a path where I'm growing also as a person.
So what kind of challenges did you face in this long journey?
You see, in the 80s, we didn't have internet and the kind of education that one can get. So to study, you had to have a good teacher to start with, which I was very lucky.
Okay.
And because she kept traveling, it was easy for me to have access to the videos. We used to have video players, VCRs,
Yes.
which used to teach hair cutting. So, the Vidal Sassoon or the Morris schools, and we had these Allenby and certain, I think, a few companies, hairdressing.
Yeah.
They had these videos, so I would get a chance to see the videos and also learn from them. But otherwise, it was very difficult to get your hands on anything at all like what anybody can get today. You see, because there are competitions, there are color companies. At that time, we would have to buy the products in the grey market.
Yeah.
Or if you want to highlight your hair, you just get a blonder, Vela blonder, so you kind of bleach the streaks in your hair.
Yeah.
So where education is concerned, where products are concerned, the information about things, you have to seek it. But in that, it made us seekers, it made us search for things and grasp everything. There were good textbooks which we used to follow, systematic education, which now you give a textbook to a hairdresser, they'll say, no, humko sab aata hai.
Yeah. We have YouTube.
We have YouTube.
Right.
Like the YouTube, we'll talk about it later, what happens where students are concerned.
Okay.
But these were the challenges. Basically, it was the, pursuing our studies or, even getting a chance like competitions and what is happening today. Back then, there was no chances like this that we got.
So the channels of communication were limited.
Yes,
The information coming in was very limited. All right.
And people couldn't afford going easily, like you don't go like the way people go now for studying, you just travel, oh, I'll just do a course in London at Vidal Sassoon or things like that.
Yeah.
This wasn't so easy, you know.
Yes. So it wasn't even easy getting into those institutes.
It was the finance as well.
Yes, finance and the capability, the talent that you required to get there. So what changes do you think has the industry seen from when you started to now, if you were to compare?
Oh, you can't even compare like what we started with. Now it's so easy to get information, it's so easy to get, you know, like which companies are releasing what kind of books, what's happening all around the world. It's so small. So, you know, also you're seeing with Instagram, you're seeing so much more work from artists all over the world.
Yes.
And that can give inspiration to the younger generation to do so much more.
Yes, that's also opening up the hairdressing industry for more people to come in, right? When you decided to start off as a hair educator full-time and you shut down your salon and converted it into an academy, what was going through your mind? What was the thought process? Why did you choose to be a full-time educator?
I always wanted to be an educator.
Okay.
This was planned for like probably more than a decade before this transition that happened, which is why I studied further hairdressing and makeup, both subjects. In hairdressing, I got my degree at CGI from City and Guilds UK, and also I did my teacher's training. So from Vidal Sassoon, I'd done my basics and creatives advanced and up to the level of teacher's training, because I seriously wanted to be a teacher, you know, a good teacher.
Okay.
So the groundwork was already done like about a decade and a half or more, you know.
Yes, but your experience as a salon owner and a hairdresser wasn't enough for you to become a teacher. You had to undergo that training.
It makes a difference.
How? Please tell me. I'm really interested. How does it make a difference?
One can be a good hairdresser, not necessarily a good teacher.
Okay.
But if you have that background and you have a training to be a good teacher with good knowledge, strong foundations, you can be a better teacher.
You get that edge.
Not only edge, I think it's the whole way of teaching as well. Because like a lot of people say, you know, we went to learn makeup here or hair here and things like that, but they're not good teachers.
Okay.
So it's important to have knowledge and the ability and the patience to be a teacher.
Right. So what is your philosophy behind running this academy? How is your process different from what we see in other hair academies?
I don't know what is there in all other hair academies, but I prefer to take small batch sizes, something which I can manage. Okay. I personally teach. I mean, I know that in most academies, it's not the main hairdressers teaching, they are trainers who could probably be a year old in the industry or probably from somebody from the previous batch.
Right.
Whereas here I am teaching personally, and I guess you should ask the students.
Yeah, a testimonial from your student would be the best answer to this question. Yeah. Right. So technical training, presentation and the ability to handle plans, which of these would be on your top list of things that you would teach your students?
Well, it's a combination of everything. So besides having a strong foundation, ability to express themselves, like the way I focus is I teach the technique, and then I say now express it in the way you want. Okay. Whether it's hairstyle or makeup, I would teach the technique, fundamental, and I show them the way to grow. Okay. It's not like I show them this hairstyle and say do this hairstyle. No, I say this is the technique. Now these are the ways you can use it. These are the applications. Right. Create your own. Okay. So it's a different way of teaching.
So once the foundation is done, the creativity is for them to build on.
Yes.
Yes.
So as well as client consultation and all that is part of the process.
Yeah.
But if it's a wholesome thing, you know, we don't consider this as a separate units. Okay. But all this together makes them.
So it's a all-rounded,
more holistic approach
right?
To
holistic
teaching.
Approach, right?
Yeah.
Do you allow them to break rules to express themselves, or
yeah, you have to know the rules first.
To break
Once you know the rules, then like in hairstyling, You know all your rules first, and by the level 3, you break them all.
Okay.
So, yes, absolutely, I do that I do that myself as well.
Okay, tell me what you are doing on the makeup front. Where is makeup education on with you?
That's also continued.
Okay.
Like
So you have similar batches running like you do with hairdressing?
yes, that's right. I teach makeup batches.
Okay.
So they are basically 10-day courses. Okay. So very often people say, "Oh, in 10 days, can we really learn makeup?" So I have had, like, by the 6th day, I've had my whole batch go and do the makeup for actors at the NCPA.
Okay.
You know, so I know the level of makeup and the ability to teach. I'm not saying you learn the Punjabi bride and the Parsi bride or the Maharashtrian bride, but I teach the person to understand and study the face, the features, all that, the corrections, how you do. You see, when you have an understanding, the way of expression is different. Whereas if you just say, make a line like this only, and that's the only way you do it, it's not how a person learns.
Okay. So you in 10 days your students
By the
are
10th day, they have a fantastic photo shoot. It's very like concentrated kind of a thing, or you can say very intensive.
Right.
Because it's like a 9 to 5. All my courses are 9 to 5.
Okay.
You know, and no holidays. Okay.
Right.
So they learn the way people work, really work, you know, in the field. It's not like many academies who would have a 3 hours class and all that. But it's very intensive, and because of the shorter durations, a lot of people are able to come from all over India. And there being different levels, they can choose to do one level, go back to work. When they have time next time, they can choose to do the next level.
Okay.
So it
So
is
it's
like kind of
flexible for
very
them,
flexible
yes.
way of learning, depending on the time and the commitments that they have, because all are professionals. Even the beginners come in,
Yeah.
they also do the same.
Okay. What is your opinion of the hair education in India?
It depends
On.
on the academies.
Okay. But overall, give me an overall opinion on, you know how it was, like you've been
Yeah.
telling how it was in the 80s and
Yeah,
now it
yeah.
has definitely grown, but
There are so many people who do a hair course and then start an academy.
okay.
Okay, so you have those kind as well,
Yeah.
and you have people like Alim and B Blunt and Asha Harrier and their academies who really have good knowledge and so much to share.
Yes.
You know, so we have them right from there to there, all of them.
Yeah.
And it's very important that when a person is looking for an academy in higher education, that they need to know who is teaching it, what is the kind of background, you know, all these things are very important. It's not just the monies, but it's the kind of teachers, what's the knowledge, what is the outcome of that course, and where is it going to take you. All these things have to be first checked before one enrolls into any academy.
Okay. And what about advanced courses? Hairdressers often feel that they don't have the time, they lose on their pay, or you know, the salon owners are not supportive in sending them to do advanced courses. So what's your view on that?
See, it depends again on the salons. Like, I'm not teaching the entire hairdressing, you know, I only teach the styling and makeup.
Yes.
So when students come here, as I said that I have modules, six-day modules. So people are able to take 6 days off and come for upgrading.
Yeah.
So I have designed my courses in such a way that it is possible for people to get leave. But
Okay.
when there are longer courses, I know that it's difficult for them. Sometimes people leave the job, but they can't do it always because of the income being, you know, like affected.
Yeah. Speaking of short-term intensive courses, you will be performing at Salon India
Yes.
this year. So, and you have done it before.
Yes, third
So,
time this time.
what is your experience of being there as a platform? How does it help hairdressers?
I think it's a wonderful platform, and there are a lot of international artists, and there's so many people coming from all over the country for the show. You must check with PB. The number of students come from all over the country to see my show as well. Because one thing from the artist point of view, you have a platform to decide what you want to show.
Right.
So it is a creative expression of what you want to give.
Absolutely.
And for the audience or the hairdressers and makeup artists, it is something new to see, something to take home with you, an inspiration, you know, so that will take you through the next year, whether you want to take the inspiration of the hair or the makeup or, you know, the way of teaching, because there are a lot of educators also.
Yes.
So each can take what they want to take from the Salon India show, which is with professional beauty. So
Right.
there's a lot to take home, plus all the discounts and everything, you know.
Yeah.
So
It's a complete
It's a
package.
complete package. It's really nice. It's really
Okay.
nice, and I think it's really well organized. You know.
Okay.
I've always complimented them, you know, on the way it's been organized and all that.
All right. So, what are your preps for this year? What are you going to showcase there? Can you give us a sneak peek?
Sure. You know, I've written this book, The Art of Indian Coiffure.
Yes, I was going to get to that, but let's get started with that.
So my show is going to be based on the same theme,
Okay.
because every time I've done some kind of avant-garde, like the first year it was an avant-garde with a bridal look,
Right.
and then it was totally based on a song, you know, the Rudra collection of mine last year
Yeah.
was based on the Shiv Tandav Stotra,
Yeah.
and this year I want to do it on the art of Indian coiffures.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do some brides,
Okay.
something different, something what's not done before,
Okay.
because the book was different. It was based on the sculptures and all that, but I want to show very traditional looks and yet like nobody's done it before.
Okay. So, but your inspiration is Indian styling.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I want the Indian hairstyling to reach out the world.
That's great. So you are actually turning the eye inward, figuratively and spiritually, where you want us to look at our own culture and our own roots and explore hairdressing further than that. Coming to the book, what inspired you to write a book like that?
You see, what is happening is I saw that everybody is only looking to the West.
Yes.
The inspiration is westward every time, like for cuts, colors, styling. These days the Russian styling is very popular, so everybody is learning that. But people don't realize that we have such rich heritage and, you know, culture which is behind us,
Yes.
which can give us so much more inspiration. For example, I was citing an example which is there in the book, that there is a text, Brahma Samhita, which was written at the beginning of the universe, which
Right.
has a mention of 64 Kala, 64 arts,
Yeah.
of which hairstyling is one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to the
Okay.
extent of Srimad Bhagavad, where it mentions that in the Kali Yuga, hairstyling is one of the hair is where the beauty will be expressed by.
Okay.
So right from the beginning of the universe to the end of time, hair has been recognized as an art.
Yeah.
So when art texts say all this, like I've actually gone through books to
Okay.
find information.
Okay.
Why are we not looking at what we have? And I visited one of these temples in Belur
Okay.
many years back, and then when I thought that every sculpture had a different hairstyle, so why do we look elsewhere? I went, the day I decided I want to write a book, I went back to that temple and did the photography and recreated them on the model.
Okay. So does the book have only the temple hairstyles recreated, or you've added more contemporary work to
Yeah,
it?
of course. This is divided into 3 parts. There's 6 hairstyles which are inspirational,
Okay.
so which are inspired by museums and temples and arts, you know, like Raja Ravi Verma's painting,
Yeah.
you know. So also I wanted to show that techniques like pin curls, bouffants, asymmetric buns, all these are part of the Indian tradition. It's our Indian heritage, it's our Indian art, and most people don't know that. We think, oh, asymmetric is like latest style from such and such a place.
Yes.
You see, so that is the inspirational, and then I have the traditional, where it's the right way to dress up, say a South Indian or a Bengali bride, or you know, or certain techniques used in such way that a person can create any classic or traditional bride anywhere over there, you know, all over the country.
Okay.
Also, if somebody abroad is, you know, a hairdresser wants to create a look for an Indian bride, then All they have to do is pick up this textbook.
So this is like a guide for
It's a guide. It's
for everyone.
Yeah, it's a step by step, and it's written in English and Hindi.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there is the next 6 looks are the contemporary for the
Okay.
modern bride. So they don't want to go very traditional, but you see, as the clothes have changed, you have destination weddings, you have lots of theme weddings and all
Yes.
that. So taking that into consideration, I've put the techniques in such a way that they can create looks for any bride and whatever they want.
So tell me what's new at your front now.
Well, this September, I've been invited to be the jury for the hairdressing competition, which is going to be held in Paris.
Wow.
So this is OMC Hair World, which is a
Okay.
world championship, and they have
That's
many
great.
categories of hair and makeup, like right from body art to bridal makeups and cuts, colors, styling. There's a lot of competitions.
Okay.
And,
Sorry to interrupt you, but are you the first Indian to be asked to be a jury member
No,
here?
I'm not the first Indian.
Okay.
But this year is the only Indian, besides,
Okay.
of course, the person who's the president of the association.
Okay. All right. So tell me, what all preparations do you have to do to be a jury member?
First is, of course, getting an invite, which
Okay.
I'm very fortunate to get the invitation.
Okay.
Then we have an online exam,
Mm-hmm.
which you have to get through.
Okay.
Then we have jury training. Once I go to Paris, we
Okay.
have a day's training. And you won't believe, but there's a marking to the jury. So if you're not your scores are not according to the average scores of jury, you
Okay.
can get a yellow card and red card and things like that. So I was told by somebody, it's quite a scary process because, people are going to actually see how good or bad jury you are. That's
So the jury is going to be judged.
yeah, also the marks that we give are going to be online for everybody to see.
Okay.
So unless a person is good enough, they don't remove them. Because you don't want at the end of the day anybody to have a marking and never come back as a jury. So
Right.
it's I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful journey. Of course, I have to study for it as well a little bit, do my referencing, kind of what's according to the process, what is good, what is excellent, where the
Okay.
marking system should be, should not be. So it's a learning process, and I'm
Yeah.
glad that I'm getting this chance to be in Paris
And
for that.
your love for education, so you're going to rock this. You're all, anyways happy in studying more and upgrading yourself. So this is going to be a really good
I'm really
opportunity.
looking forward to it.
Great. Congratulations on this invitation, and we wish you all the best on this journey, and we hope to see all the live action of this awards.
I'll send you the video clips.
Yes, please, please. I would love to watch them.
Sure.
And thank you so much for being on Meet the Expert.
Thank you.
And all the best for your Salon India performance too.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. So that was Seema V. Jerajani from SVJ Academy. She'll be performing live at Salon India on 2nd October at the Bombay Exhibition Centre in Goregaon. You cannot afford to miss it. So here I am signing off from Meet the Expert series. Until next time, goodbye and take care.